Marvel's Black Panther has a new trailer and it looks like nothing they've done so far. On top of all the effects, on top of all the futuristic worlds, maybe Wakanda is the greatest. Let's take a quick look.
This will not be televised.
Show me my respect and bow down. We own ya, we own ya. We only getting started now, cause we own ya. Everybody think they know me now, cause we own ya. You and I'm a homie now, cause we own ya.
I waited my entire life for this. The world's gonna start over. I'ma burn it all.
What happens now determines what happens to the rest of the world.
So this new world looks completely different from what we have. As Martin Freeman's character announces over the top, I guess he's the audience surrogate in this as we move into what looks like an Afro-futuristic, technological, Art Deco kind of world.
It's a lot of genres.
Yeah.
Lots of things are happening.
But it's really ambitious. I mean, with the future city, and then they also go to what looks like modern day Seoul, Korea.
And then also
into
the mountains.
Into the mountains,
and
yeah.
Hunting wolverines.
I really like the way this looks. It does feel different, and even the music choices feel incredibly different from, I guess at this point, a more formulaic Marvel trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that Thor Ragnarok kind of broke away from that too, with their music choices. And I do like what I've seen in Netflix with particularly in Luke Cage series. They did their own sort of musical thing and they kind of told the story through music as well. I don't know if they're gonna be playing any Vince Staples or Gil Scott-Heron in the movie, but the trailer was good at least.
I love it because it's it's branching out. It's becoming, I think the studios are realizing, not just Marvel but DC definitely, that the kind of everyone in the same movie isn't necessarily where their fans really want to see it. They want to see these standalone series and really let them play upon what makes them unique and what makes them different. And Black Panther is so, I feel like, removed from stylistically, musically, even just the character and their archetypes and the things that drive them are so different that it is something so, I think, cherished by fans that I'm so glad that they're not trying to, like you're saying, they're not trying to make it formulaic.
I know.
That they're letting it stand on its own 2 feet or own 4 paws.
I've heard they actually showed way too much for many fans in this. Like we have the dreamscape.
Well, we don't know. Who knows?
That purple scene that you may have noticed in there.
Right, yeah.
Where he's kind of in this place between worlds.
Or maybe he visits
That's where
Pandora.
Souls go. No,
who knows?
I hope, no. Someone else owns that one.
I'm just saying, who knows if they gave away too much? Because maybe,
there's 2 Black Panther costumes, which maybe is hinting toward, why
there's a rivalry,
is wearing that later. In the comics, his sister Shuri was Black Panther for a little bit.
Right, it's it's the family mantle.
Yeah, but in this, she seems to be more like the Pepper Potts or Tony Stark archetype, where she's like just in charge. Which cool technology.
I hope / feel like it's not quite, like I feel like it's a little more authoritative than Pepper Potts.
I
like
hope so too.
He maybe actually listens to her, hopefully.
Instead of having a really boring relationship.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Did I say that?
Tony Stark was never worried that Pepper Potts was gonna like spinning back kick him to the face. But I feel like in this dynamic, there's a lot more just, you should listen because you're family, but also there is the threat of like, hey, I used to be Black Panther, I still whoop your butt if you don't listen to me.
Well, I mean, she did it in the comics when he couldn't, but she's not as adept for it as he can. She can't, her body kind of rejected the heart-shaped herb.
Let's not give away, maybe spoilers? I just want,
no, I don't think that's gonna,
well, yeah, exactly.
I don't think that's gonna happen
There's so much, there's so much to cover that, I mean, I already feel like there's got to be a few Black Panther movies in the works, so who knows?
I mean, Marvel plan things out. I mean, they do. They
know dummies. Yeah.
So I think they know what they're doing with this one. We do have returns of Andy Serkis's character.
Yes.
Klaus. Andy Serkis with a missing left arm and now a claw can shoot out of it.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Still looks like he needs to shower and stop living in hostels.
Yeah.
get a haircut.
But this is also a huge cast. We have Denai Guerrera from The Walking Dead, Angela Bassett, Michael B. Jordan, Get Out's Daniel Kaluuya, Sterling K. Brown, Forrest Whitaker, and then the other returning characters as well.
Right, that we've already
Martin
seen.
Freeman's kind of a big deal. I'm just saying.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
It's not like physically, because he's shorter.
I like that this feels so different, because the thing about Marvel movies is that, like I said earlier, they're kind of, I wasn't a big fan of the Thor movies, so I will give Ragnarok a chance because it looks pretty damn good on its own.
Yes, amazing, yeah.
So I'm glad that they're sort of changing a little. I got bored with Ant-Man and Doctor Strange personally, but this one looks interesting.
was not my favorite.
Thank you.
I enjoyed some of the characters we saw, but then the situations that they were placed into and the reactions, it just wasn't as engaging.
That's what happened. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So we're glad that it's
like
being itself. Yeah.
A little less predictable.
Yeah.
Which I am interested in seeing, and I want to see kids in T'Challa costumes this Halloween, but don't do blackface. That is not right.
We actually covered that. I always come on this show during October, and we always talk about either like awkwardly sexy costumes or like very inappropriate costumes. And yes, even in 2017, blackface still not okay. So please still do not do it. Thank you.
But you can wear the costume and show your fandom and homage to it in your own audience. Are you excited for Black Panther? Do you think it will be something different out of the mold? Please let us know below, and please like and subscribe for more. Meow.